history was made a few days ago. This dunk that should be playing on the screen is called the bounce dunk, and it was hit by @Miller_dunks. This is his Instagram. But there's a lot of drama going on in the dunk world about this dunk, and I wanted to talk about it because I've been on the receiving end of this.
As
drama.
arguably the greatest dunker in the world, I feel like you should actually get a lens here, and your opinion actually carries some weight. Now, this is an opinion.
Well, let's explain what the drama is.
All right.
The rim height was not listed on the dunk. It's apparently a popular court. It's overseas. I don't know where overseas it is. But the rim height is 9 3/4 by people that have dunked there and measured it. And then Dan Gross, who is an athlete that we coach.
That's right.
What's
Go to
his
THPstrength.com.
Dan Gross.
Go to THPstrength.com if you want to jump higher.
Yeah. That's a joke, by the way.
There's a joke, and we'll tell you why.
Yeah. So Dan Gross is another athlete, and he's been trying to hit the bounce dunk. And then he basically did a post saying, I feel slighted because I've been trying to hit it on 10 feet and only try it on 10 feet. And then Miller's now getting credit for hitting the dunk. Then chaos ensued in the comment section.
Yeah.
Nils, who is the owner of Hoop Mixtape, commenting from the Hoop Mixtape account, started going into a war with Chris Staples.
I think he had an OCD flare up. I would know as someone who has OCD. This is like an obsession of his, and he goes to insane what would you call it?
Lengths
to prove his point or to support his point about rim heights. It's like insane. And I mean, most of us in the dunk community have OCD, so it makes sense. But like, his compulsion is just like shit posting or making videos about it. It's insane.
Let's give the background of our history
with Nils.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So you go ahead. You tell this story.
2020 hits. Mind you, I never really posted rim heights on dunks. I was dunking a lot on 9'9" and 9'10", which was never really an issue until around 2019. I started getting good because I got on THP.
No one cares until you're good.
Yeah, I started getting good, and I started hitting dunks that hadn't been done before. Wasn't saying the rim height. I was just posting them up.
You fucking shitty dirtbag piece of garbage. Woo! Can't believe you didn't say the rim height. You're such a shameless piece of garbage.
But it still was not an issue, kind of. It still wasn't a big issue.
Okay.
But then, 2020, we combined forces.
Yeah.
And we started
profiting
THP coaching
from the knowledge of jumping higher,
which angered Nils, right? Because Nils was partnered with
Bounce Kit.
Jordan Kilgannon. They had Bounce Kit. They had a jump program.
We don't know if that's the case, but we think that might be the case. This is totally an opinion.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
This whole video is an opinion. So around this time, it angered
allegedly
Nils, and he made basically an entire exposed video.
That did happen, objectively.
Basically exposing me for dunking on low rim, saying I was doing it for profit.
How many views did that get in a day?
I don't remember. It was quite a bit.
It was like over 100,000.
It was a YouTube video, too.
Like 24 hours. I didn't actually watch the video. Did you know that?
Really?
I've never seen it in its entirety. Yeah. But I think it shit-chalked both of us, right?
It was a pretty disrespectful video.
At its finest.
And then basically saying, I lie, blah, blah, I do it to sell programs. Which, by the way, after doing this for a long time, there is almost no correlation between a dunk going viral and sales. You know what converts to sales?
Being a good-ass coach.
Being a good-ass coach and providing value to people
100%.
With your free content, which is why we basically are doing educational content right now.
We try to as much as possible. I've always kind of been doing that. I've always felt like you should get hired based on the merit of your ability as a coach, not on the merit of your ability as an athlete. Like, your ability as an athlete has nothing to do with your ability to make other people better. It doesn't. That is like the biggest fallacy you can fall into.
And I think if you go viral as a dunker, you might sell to impulsive dopamine, like younger athletes that are not even going to do your program. They're going to do it for a month and then hop off. But if you want high-quality clients, you have to provide
And we
value.
have data to support this.
Yeah.
Like, to a T, we have data to support this.
So, having said that, he made the exposed video. It sucked. I was also going through a really tough time at the time, like with personal stuff. So I kind of got into a dark place.
Wait, hold the mic close to your face.
Yeah, right here. But the conclusion of all that is I started I admitted to being wrong for not posting rim heights. I
You
did agree.
poser.
I didn't
You
agree with
phony.
how insulting the video was, but I was like, yeah, I feel like people should post rim heights.
What's the Patrick meme where he's like, "You're a big fat phony"?
So I started posting rim heights on, I think if I don't post rim heights because I forgot to.
Or it's because you've said it 10,000 times.
Yeah, but I try to post rim heights on all my dunk videos now.
I don't care because I'm not good enough. I just like
I honestly
jumping high.
don't even care anymore.
It really just is so
hitting
stupid.
new dunks and
so
other people hitting new dunks. But yeah, started posting rim heights. I actually had personal conversations with Nils. We squashed the beef.
Allegedly.
Until I started
Catching
strays
bro.
from
Just
him.
fucking bop, 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 left, right.
Ago.
What did he say about you, quote unquote? Isaiah lies about rim heights to sell programs. Bop.
Yeah.
And then I commented and said, go to THPstrength.com. Dan Gross is on THP.
Yeah.
Go to THP.com if you want to sign up.
But that's basically our background. I continue to dunk on 9.9 because I love dunking on 9.9. I've hit new dunks on 9.9. I still try to say it's 9.9 or 9.10 or 9.11, 9.10 and 3/4, whatever the hell the rim height is.
Yeah. I mean, now it's to a point where if you're Travis and Jordan, you put the decimal point, which to me is just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this isn't high jump. We're not in the Olympics. And, like, I said this to Isaiah earlier, but what if the rim's soft? Like, a 9.11 rim soft feels like 9.8, 9.9.
Yeah, you can push it through.
Like, you can push it. If you get 3/4 of the ball over the rim, you can push it through.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
So if
stupid.
you want to see the whole, I guess, beef of what's going on,
Go to Dan Gross's
post.
The one of him trying the bounce dunk. Which, by the way, background, Dan talked to me about it when Anthony Hamilton was trying it, and he was pissed, and he's like, I don't even want to try anymore. It's so dumb, like, blah, 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 because Anthony Hamilton was trying it on lower rims, allegedly. I don't know. I don't really – at the time, I was like, yeah, it sucks. Like, it is what it is. I said, just go do it on a lower height, and he said, I don't want to. Like, I hold myself to a higher standard. Which, if that's the standard you hold yourself to, that's fine. But I don't see anything wrong with just, like, do it on any – dude, Dom posted it. Dom hit it. Dom hit it yesterday on 8.6. He just posted the rim height, or it was obviously low.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So let's
even
answer
matter.
a couple things. So I think address a few of the points.
Does
First,
it matter?
I want to give my lens on
All right, go ahead.
my view on.
What's your
this.
opinion, Mr. Super Dunker?
So I think that a dunk, people should say the rim height on the dunk. I don't think it's the end of the world if it's not posted.
Can I give my opinion on that? I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Like,
I think for the people where it does matter, you know if it's low. Like you have.
Wait, why do you think it matters though, that you put the rim height?
So that athletes can know where the current PR for that dunk is. This is not basketball. I think dunking has evolved as a sport. Most rims are not.
So
10
are you saying
feet.
for the dunk community specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm technically in the dunk community. Why do you think I don't give a shit?
I think it's you're not.
Because I'm not good enough.
You're not actively trying to hit.
No, but I'm saying, how many people are trying to hit that dunk? 5?
Yeah, maybe 5 or 6 people in the world.
Let's say 8 people. So you're only listing it for those other 7 people.
Basically.
But even if you're in the dunk community,
I also think the
cares?
dunk nerds out there also like to know.
Yeah, but even then, do they have the right to know? Like, to me, who cares, you know?
Yeah. It's the nerds. It's the 1%.
Less, bro. It's like
dunk
0.0001%. Yeah. It's, you know who it is? I'm going to tell you who it is. You ready?
Yeah.
Jordan Kilgannon, you, Donovan Hawkins, Dan Gross.
Yeah.
Who else is at that level?
You said
Anthony Hamilton.
Trying to hit it. Who else is actively trying to hit it?
Miller.
Is that it? Who actually has a shot at hitting?
Sutherland, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Jay Clark isn't trying it, but we'll throw him in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
There's less than 10 people. I can't even count on 2 hands how many people are actually trying to hit it. Dexton.
Yeah.
But in reality, you're literally putting the rim height is trying to appease 8 influential people. But otherwise, no one gives a flying fuck. That's why I don't care.
Well, the argument against that is not my argument. I think Nils' argument, and then the athletes who are arguing on Nils' side is it ruins it because they haven't hit it. You're taking credit for hitting it on 10 when it's not on 10.
But why does that matter?
I don't think it does.
It only matters to those 8 people.
And I don't even think it matters for it going viral.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it matters either.
My kamikaze, I hit it on 9.9 first. It went even more viral when I hit it on 9.10 and a half, and it went even more viral when I hit it on 9.11 and 3/4.
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly, to me, it doesn't even matter. And I'm sure, like, what's funny about this whole conversation is I could see Nils grabbing a bunch of sound bites out of context and creating, like you know how, like,
But
politicians...
even then, it doesn't matter.
No, I know that. But I'm thinking, like, you know how politicians have, like, they'll grab sound bites and be like, they're a terrible person, take stuff out of context.
I think I used to be, like, paranoid about Nils making another exposed video. But the thing is, even those, let's say it goes viral and 1 million people watch a YouTube video about me dunking on low rim heights. You know what's going to happen? No one's going to give a shit. And people are going to forget about it in 6 months. And you can keep making videos exposing.
At the end of the day, it's just, are you mentally resilient enough as a
matter.
person to handle it?
Yeah.
Like, that's all it comes down to. It doesn't, in reality, because, I mean, dude, I had Richard Jefferson come out and shit-talk me for 2 minutes straight on TikTok. And that got millions of views in 48 hours. And I got hate comments on every single post I made for, like, 2-3 weeks. Enough, I was like, fuck this. I can't handle the emotional impact. But on the business, zero impact.
It helps
zero
business.
Impact.
You know why it helps business?
Yeah.
Because you have, let's say somebody makes an exposing video, it gets 1 million views. Now you have 1 million people being like, oh, this guy, who is this person? Then they go down your page and they're like, oh shoot, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
They see the value. They see the actual value that you provide. Not that you said something out of context. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Unless you're doing something, like,
actually shady.
Horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it, like,
that's like saying your dick's 6 inches, but it's actually 5.5. Actually, it's less than that, because we're talking about, like, percentage-wise. That's like saying your dick's 6 inches and it's really 5.9. Mm-hmm. Does she know? Yeah. She's not going to know.
It doesn't matter. But, yeah, I think it's cool to post rim heights. I think for the people that matter, you still kind of know.
Yeah, I would say that, too. Like, for those 8 people, the only reason they care is for clout.
This is what I was going to say, though. I think dunking has changed as a sport. I think low rim dunking, specifically 9.8, 9.9, 9.10, 9.11 dunking, is part of the sport.
I don't even consider that low rim dunking. I consider it mildly lower.
Yeah. But I think it's just like, it's like high jump. Hey, now we know the bounce dunk PR is at 9.9 and 3/4.
Yeah, I agree.
When I hit kamikaze on 9.9, then I hit it at 9.10 and a half. Jordan went and hit it on 9.11 and 1/4. Now he has the kamikaze PR. Then I went and hit it at 9.11 and 3/4. Now I have the kamikaze PR. Yeah, and then I think it stops at 10 because most people have access from 9.8 to 9.11.
Even then, there's nothing stopping you from hitting it yourself on 10.
On 10.1.
And who's 10.1. And who's to say that it won't go more viral because your lighting was better or whatever? Like, who's to say that? Like, it's still a crazy dunk regardless.
Yeah.
And sometimes people haven't even seen the first time.
And it's not 2014. You can hit.
No, it's not 2014.
You can hit a bounce dunk or double East Bay. If it was 2014, ESPN was going to post it. House of Highlights was going to post it, and your followers are going to go up. It is now 2024 where the algorithm rewards consistency, the quality of the video.
To the meta people, it's the originality, consistency, the value it adds, and if you have a good hook. Yeah. That's it. That's the only thing that matters, which is crazy.
The dunk community is so freaking small.
Yeah.
And like
in this scenario,
and the people that know. So, and I also want to say this. If you're Donovan Hawkins or Dan Gross, I think those are the two main people that were arguing. They're like, oh, like, I want to hit
I talked to Donovan about it, and he doesn't – Donovan doesn't even necessarily, like – he's, like, open-minded. You know what I mean? It's not like he's, like, very black and white about it. But
if you're those – so I'm talking to the 0.001% of dunkers
less,
now.
It's like 0.00001.
Stop caring and just be better. Go hit the bounce dunk on 9.10.
Or hit it on 9.11.
Hit it on 10.
If it was 9.5, hit it on 9.
And that's
9.75.
That's the stuff.
Or hit it on the same height, then hit it on
9.75.
9.75.
Like, I am open. I dunked on 9.9 a lot and hit viral dunks on 9.9, and it was a big reason I blew up. Nothing is stopping you guys from doing the same thing. As long as you, I think it's just
disclose
it. Be open.
Like, if you jumped 6'6" in high jump and you said it's 6'6", it's like. That's what you do. You list what the height of the bar is.
Dunking has evolved, again, to my earlier point.
Also, we're just breathing in fucking paint fumes right now.
But
so if this podcast seems a little weird, that's why.
But low rim dunking is part of sport. 9.8, 9.9, 9.10, 9.11 dunking is part of sport. And limiting yourself to dunking on a 10-foot rim is limiting your reach and your viralness potential. And, like, most people don't give a fuck. People just want to see dope shit being done.
And then if your argument is, look at that lizard, we have another mascot. Whoa!
And I don't want to say this that purely dunk on that rim height. 10-foot dunking's also part of the sport. Like,
yeah, I think just say what the rim height is. If you have a personal
and dunk on whatever
reason
the fuck you
why,
want to dunk
if
on.
you have a personal reason why, understand that that's your personal conviction and that's your choice. But the standard, there is no standard as long as you're saying the height. Like Isaiah's been saying, the sport has evolved enough. Like dunking on 8'6" is freaking dope. It's fun. Like it's fun. I enjoy it. Isaiah enjoys it. Austin enjoys it. Dunking on 9 is fun, and it can help you dunk on 10 feet. And if it's because you want the respect of NBA players, you want the respect of basketball players, you want the respect of peers, okay, then that's fine. That's your choice. But like, if you jump high on 8'6", it's gonna look sick. Some of my most viewed videos are on YouTube is me dunking on 9 foot for like an hour straight and disclosing the rim height, and people are like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
Dom, same thing with Dom. Like, if your argument is views or whatever else, like that doesn't even necessarily hold water. You will get views on any rim height. But if it's because you want to grow followers or you want more events or you want more gigs, like, bro, get an agent. You're going to get more events from getting an agent. And if you want to post that stuff on your profile, because like Jordan always says that's your what is it, your resume or whatever, like that's fine too if you want to go that route. There's many roads lead to Rome, you know what I mean? And it's not necessarily like posting the best dunks on 10 feet is going to get you the most events. Like, that's not even true. Donovan just started getting events, and he's maybe a little better than he was when he was getting 0 events. You know what I mean? And it's just like, part of it is just notoriety. If that's your goal, just keep posting. Like, you know, regularly post your dunks. That's a big issue. Get good film, get good footage, get good edits, good lighting. And, you know, that's going to get you more events. But as far as this whole thing, at the end of the day, I think it's silly. I think it's ridiculous. I think that congrats to you, Miller. Congrats to you, Miller, making it on 9.5.
I do want to ask you.
And with a FIBA ball.
I do want to ask you something.
Dude, that fume is so strong, by the way. Yeah. They're spraying paint fumes, and we're just breathing it in.
I want to ask you something real quick.
Yes.
How does the lens change when you're talking about measuring vertical?
Does the lens change when you're measuring vertical?
Does your lens change on it when we're talking about measuring? Because it reminds me, it's similar to
Yeah.
It's similar to me, the DAC.
Because there's less
measuring the vertex.
Like because vertical is standardized by reach. There you go. That's the answer to your question. And it's output. It is objectively output determined. There's no real skill. It is a quantitatively assessed sport. Vertical is quantitatively assessed, and it is like you can claim.
Is dunking not technically quantitative? Because you have
no,
the rim height.
Because but you don't list your reach.
Yeah, but there's the dunk. Like there's the dunk, and then there's the height.
There are guys with 50-inch verticals that don't dunk as well as guys with 40-inch verticals. It's not quantitatively assessed. It is not quantitatively assessed in the sense of output. It's quantitatively when I say it's a quantitatively assessed sport, meaning there's no opinion. It's black and white based on the output. Bobsled, sprinting, high jump, long jump. Like gymnastics is not quantitatively assessed.
Yeah.
Skateboarding is not quantitatively assessed. Basketball is not quantitatively assessed. It is in the sense of like a scoreboard, but I'm saying in terms of your physical output, it is not a
like we're measuring vertical
physically quantitatively assessed.
By not measuring what you're touching, it defeats the whole purpose.
It defeats the purpose. Yeah, like going up and just touching an arbitrary height that isn't measured. It's like, that looks high.
Yeah.
Well, how high is it?
Yeah.
Like, that kind of matters for that. Or like just racing without times in the 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
Like,
I still think dunking technically, that's why I think rim height matters.
If rim height were adjusted for reach, then in my opinion, it would be quantitatively assessed.
Yeah.
But it's not quantitative.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't matter whether you have a 9-foot reach or a 7-foot reach or a 5-foot reach. Like, we're not measuring that, and it's not objective. Even if you have an objective scoring system, it's not dictated by time, distance, or length.
And the other thing with dunking, because I do think rim height should be listed.
Or speed.
But I don't think it's as important when it's not listed because it's obvious. at least to the people in the sport, it's obvious when it's a lower rim and when it's a higher rim. And somebody could go out. I did this when
Why is no one talking about the biggest difference between the reach and height of the rim for the bounce dunk? Like, why is no one talking about that?
Mm-hmm.
What's that record?
Yeah. Yeah.
what's the like record for the kamikaze?
I do think dunking needs to be reach adjusted.
I've been saying this for years.
It has to be reach adjusted.
Years and years. But I do think that like that basically puts you in weight classes. We'll call it reach classes. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that to be fair, that's kind of what the World Dunk Association's doing. But I've always thought that it would make it a lot harder for me. Because I can't do any dunks. That's why I like vertical, because I can't do any dunks anyways. Yeah. I suck at dunking, but I just like jumping high. I stand by that. Anything else?
Last thing. Do you think Miller was in the wrong by not posting the rim height?
Bro, fucking Ukraine is getting bombed by fucking invaded by Russia. Who gives a fuck? Like, dude has bigger fish to fry. No, I don't think. Like, it is so. I don't think it's wrong. I think it's like awesome that he did it. Like, I literally couldn't care less that he didn't post the rim height. I think it was like it looks high enough. It's probably 9'8" to 10 foot. That's pretty cool. No, I've never seen anyone make it on anything even remotely close to that. And I think he probably, on his best day, could make it on 9, 10 and a half or whatever. Yeah. And one of the things was like, we agreed in an undisclosed conversation over a beer that 9'10" was the new height, or 9, 10 and a half. It's like, says who? Like, says that those 8 people that we listed off the top of our head?
That's such a subjective thing.
That's it is. It's not quantitatively assessed.
I feel a bigger sense of satisfaction when a dunk is made on 9, 10 and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
But like,
who cares? Like, I like that. I like that too because like it's viewed by the general public to be high enough, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like at the end of the day, I want to punch it on an NBA court. You know what I mean? Like, why? Because I like basketball? Okay, well, that's me personally.
And also, you know what the great equalizer is? I think we should leave it on this. When the dunkers are put on the same hoop.
On the same day. And you just...
That's where you see where everybody's marbles are.
There's no...
Everybody's... Show me what you got.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. So, yeah, like a session or a dunk show. That's why dunk camp's always fun, because it's kind of a measuring stick.
Because everybody's dunking on different rim heights. Everybody's doing, has different performance levels throughout the year, hitting crazy dunks. But when you're in the same hoop at the same time,
on the same
that's the
day,
great equalizer, baby. So it doesn't
matter.
Right.
Agree. Anyways, all to say, have fun with dunking. Dunk on whatever height you want to dunk on. We said this the other day, and I still stand by that. And if you want to jump higher, and you just like jumping high, maybe you don't even like dunking. Maybe you just like jumping high. Maybe you just like going out, people see you jump, and they're like, what the fuck? Maybe that's me. That's what I like. So that's all I care about. And if you're like me, then go to THPstrength.com and train like me, because that's all I care about. And that's all I've ever cared about. Dunking is just an accessory and a fun part of jumping high.
Yeah. And if you want actual value on how to jump higher and not just have us post dunks.
Yeah.
Go subscribe, like the video. We'll give you guys a lot of free advice.
All right. See you, boys. And girls, 1% of you that follow Isaiah.